and have different things going on in their lives. But certainly the biggest difference I noticed was between the 3 and the 6-year-olds, because my 6-year-old at the time, Molly, she was already at school, so she was already being influenced by what other people were eating around her, and television, and all the outside influences that our children had. So it took a little bit longer for her to, for us to see the change in her eating behaviours as a result of taking Juice Plus. Whereas Shay, who was 3, very quickly broccoli became his favourite food, which as a parent was just outstanding. And they were all together, the 3 of them are so much healthier now. They've taken the product almost 3 years, as I've said, and they drink a lot of water, which is it's a lovely thing as a parent when you ask a child what would you like to drink, and they say water. It's just so lovely. They haven't had a single day off school at all, for health reasons at all, in the last 3 years. Like, that's incredible. And the reason that I know is because they get this little 100% badge at school. There is yeah, exactly. And this is the be all and end all of the school thing, is to get this 100% badge for them. And they've had that every year for their attendance at school. And that's purely down to the fact that we give them very good nutrition every single morning, and I put them out the door knowing that they've got their very, very best possible start in life. So it's really reassuring as a parent for us.
You were telling me something just before we came on about a little trip to the pharmacy that you had recently.
Yeah, it's a very short anecdotal story, but it's something that sometimes I think we don't as parents realise the impact that what our children to eat every day has on them. And I went to the chemist to pick up a prescription for somebody like completely unrelated to the children, and the lady behind the counter said to me, "Oh, we thought you moved." Because it's been so long that since anybody in the family has had a medical related prescription from this chemist. So with 3 children and the 2 of us, not one of us have had a prescription for 3 years. It's pretty incredible.
Amazing. Coincidence? Yeah. Well done, Emma. And it's Emma's birthday today, everybody. Wish her happy birthday! Claudia.
Our Juice Plus experience has been amazing.
We've only taken Juice Plus now for about 18 months. As a family, we just have a much healthier lifestyle now. We eat better, we sleep better, and overall our family health is just better than it's ever been, so I think it's a fantastic product.
We love Juice Plus! Yay!
How cute are they? Molly and Shay. Oh, so sweet. Look at them there. Ah, adorable. Gorgeous. Now, Claudia, it's slightly different for you because just like my son, I always say he was made with Juice Plus. That was one of the things I did right. I was taking Juice Plus whilst I was pregnant, and you had the same experience. So you don't really have that pre and post, that before and after Juice Plus. But one of the benefits that we've seen from the Children's Health Study, one of the reports have been that the longer children are taking it, and adults as well, there's a cumulative effect, and they seem to just have better results year on year out and day in, day out. So you've seen that cumulative effect within your own family.
So yeah, that's so true. I mean, our son is 7 and our daughter is 4. And they are taking Juice Plus also from the very first day, and from the very first beginning. And what's very interesting with our kids, they're taking it, they swallowed the capsules when they were 2.5, both kids. Both kids were saying, "Hey, I want to take it the same way you're doing it."
I know adults that can.
Yes, yeah. So in our customer groups, we always share the video where they are 2.5 and swallowing the capsules. So hey, when kids can do that, then you can do it as well. And with our son, he had always inflammation of the middle ear when he was 2 and 3, really 3-4 times every winter. So it was really bad, and
that's painful.
Yes, it's really painful, and it was really close to an operation. And so and then I doubled and tripled Juice Plus for him, and it was really after that he was taking it, that he really takes it every day. And then it's so much better now. His immune system is so much better, and I'm so happy for that. And for our daughter, she's really the complete opposite from our son. So our son is really eating everything on fruits and vegetables every day. He loves vegetables, and he loves everything what he can get. And our daughter is the complete opposite. She only eats sausages and eggs.
Who else knows a child?
Yeah, who knows has a child at home who's doing this? So it's, for me as a mom, it's always hard to really convince her to take just a little piece of tomato or whatever. So I'm so happy that she's taking Juice Plus as really a security belt or something for her, that she has at least, Juice Plus.
It's a peace of mind,
Yes.
isn't it? And that's what we want.
So I'm really grateful for that.
Let's see your children.
Yes.
Hallo, wir sind Shamey und Shona. Wir zeigen euch heute, wie man die Kapseln schluckt. Das ist einfach sehr wichtig, um die Kapseln zu schlucken, weil das ist ganz wichtig für unseren Körper. Und ganz sicher die da drin ist Gemüse. Gemüse ist Power. Also, let's go!
This really happens. Adorable. Now, I always say that, when you're healthy and you don't know what being sick really feels like, and you just have, you're just going about your day-to-day business, and then it's harder for you when you implement a better diet and make lifestyle changes. It's kind of hard to notice that much because there's imperceptible changes, but when someone's unwell, someone has health issues, it's much more noticeable when you improve your diet. You can see changes very quickly. Amy, this is relevant to you and your family. You also, like Emma, have been with Juice Plus 3 years, taking Juice Plus yourself and your family. And your son, Alfie, he has his own health issues. He has autism and he has health issues relating to that. So you have the benefit of seeing pre and post the before and after. Tell us Alfie's story.
So Alfie was diagnosed with autism when he was 2.5 years old. From a very young age, he had a really poor diet. No matter what we did, any advice from the health visitors, Alfie wouldn't eat any food that had any colour to it. So we were very much restricted to chips and chicken nuggets and sausages and beige diet. And a lot of friends and peers and fellow mummies said, if they're hungry, they'll eat. And we went down that avenue and tried to introduce new food to Alfie, and we just didn't have any luck. He would just starve for days and days and days. He wouldn't drink any water either, so he was very severely dehydrated, wouldn't have any food. And he has learning disabilities as well as his autism, and on entering reception level, so the first year of school, he was given a learning ability age of 18 months. So he was very behind academically. When we started Juice Plus, I got both my children on the child health study. Scarlett's 3, and she had Juice Plus capsules in her bottle from being 10 weeks old, and was weaned onto the capsules in puberty. So she's very much a Juice Plus baby. She loves every single product of Juice Plus. Alfie got into the child health study also. I tried to introduce shakes, but he won't have anything liquid. So we got him onto the chewables. And to Alfie, does anybody else out there whose children loves the chewables? Yeah. My son calls them his sweeties. Yeah. And because he loves them and because they're so tasty, he shoves loads of them in his mouth, and he has been known to eat a full packet of vegetables with his arms, and that was not good at the end of it. But probably it's about 6 months of using the chewables, I started to notice a remarkable difference in Alfie's behaviour. Not just myself, but also his paediatrician and his teachers at school. It was a marked difference in his concentration levels, so he would never be able to sit still for longer than 20 seconds at one time. They had to count this with a visual egg timer. And over the first 6 months of him taking the chewables, we actually increased that to 4 minutes, wow, which is a massive difference. We went from being completely non-verbal, so we had 0 language skills. Within 8 to 12 months, he now speaks in full sentences. And I think a lot of time when people have children, it's quite often to say, just be quiet, shut up for a second.
But for me, I never thought Alfie would have any vocabulary whatsoever. So the very first time that he said to me, "I love you, Mummy," I just broke down. It was just heartbreaking. But the child health school has completely changed mine and Alfie's life. And I know Emmett said, I didn't realise how hard it was, and as a family, the things that you had to go through. And he's a completely different child now. He eats his vegetables. The first time he ate a piece of broccoli, we had a hallelujah chorus in the house. He's completely toilet trained. He will drink water. He asks for water. He doesn't want juice anymore. He doesn't want black pop, as he used to call it. Just completely drinks water. He's so much of a completely different child, completely, than he was a couple of years ago. He's a paediatrician. I've also spoke to him about that, and
What did the doctors? I mean, you're obviously having often follow-ups with your doctors, your healthcare professionals, the teachers. What are they saying?
They just couldn't believe it. They couldn't believe the remarkable change in his behaviour and just the change in things that he was doing before towards it is now. And it's true that good nutrition is so important to us from a very early age, and because Alfie never had good nutrition, his body wasn't able to perform at its optimum level. And I never say to anybody that Juice Plus has cured Alfie's autism, because that he will always have this. It's a lifelong condition, and it's something that will always be there for him as a family. But I can look him in the eye now and say, because of this amazing company and product, we've helped change our life, and for that I'm completely grateful for Juice Plus, and I don't even know where we would be without it. So
And he's sleeping better.
Yeah, his sleep's much better. We went through a really bad patch of sleeping. He's right
There he is. Oh, look at him. Talk us through these photos, Amy.
So this is him lining up his fruits and vegetables. He likes to line things up, and we have just stacks of chewables all around the house. Like the doorknobs. When you open your door, the door stopper, he takes the end off and puts the chewables on there. So I hang them all the way around the house.
He's a little prankster as well.
We also eat no fruits at all, and now we eat 12 apples a day. We have to buy about 80 to 100 apples a week. This is my daughter Scarlett, who won't eat sweets, and all she eats is fruit.
That's a bar and a half, isn't it?
She's
a bar of cucumber.
If anybody knows me, when I was very much this as well. You would often find me with some lettuce or cucumber as opposed to sweets, and Scarlett's picked up my habits, it seems. But I'm so proud of them, and these products have just completely not changed my life, but theirs too.
Congratulations, Mary. And Mary, you have two children as well. You have Jamie and Abby, and they have had different journeys, I suppose, with their Juice Plus and with their diet. What's been the challenge for you with their diet, and what differences have you seen with them?
Okay, well, first and foremost, who is having the best day ever?
You are.
So yeah, I have two beautiful kids. They're 5 and 3 now, and I suppose they've been on two very different journeys, like you said, Emma. And no two kids are ever the same. And Abby has been a pleasure from day one to, I suppose, develop healthy eating habits, because we started her on the capsules when she was 6 months old. Jamie, on the other half, he started them when he was 2, because that was when we started taking our products. And he started on the gummies, and there was no problem at all with him taking them. In fact, he, was eating half the bag until one morning he decided, there's something strange here. Why is Mummy allowing me to have gummies for breakfast? So he decided that he wasn't going to take them for us. So this was a challenge that we had to try to overcome, because obviously I was really passionate about getting it into him, because I physically felt the difference in myself, and it was something that I knew that we needed to work some way around this. So what we actually had to do was we needed to explain to him exactly what was in this Juice Plus, why he needed to take it. So it was about educating him to the importance of it, and from that he decided to make the decision that, Mummy, I'm going to take my Juice Plus, because I know the difference it's going to make to me. Now, he's not the best eater by any shape or means. He's still quite a picky eater, pretty much like Jonah, I'd imagine. But I am very happy that every day he gets his,
30 different types of raw fruit and veg. So it's bridging that gap. It's not, replacing anything, but it's just making up what's not there. And that's, I suppose, where I feel with the children's health study, that's something that we can make such a difference with in every family. It doesn't need to be your own child, but we all know children. And we all live in a really busy life. I mean, 9 times out of 10, people don't cook because they're just too busy. But with our kids, it's so important that from a young age that you treat them like the way, sometimes it's going to be too late, when they're 10, 15, and those habits have been developed. It's very hard to change that. But from a very young age, if you can start educating them, explaining to them why they're doing it, that they're making the choices, it makes it so much easier.
They're just a blank slate, and I absolutely 100% agree with you. And that is one of the things that I love about the results from the Children's Health Study, that almost all participants are more aware of their own health. They've been able to make that connection between good food and good health, feeling well, eating well, and the connection also between bad choices and bad food and bad health. And if you can just empower your children to make this decision for themselves, to choose for themselves without you having to enforce it in some way, what a great gift.
Exactly, and as we want ourselves to feel the best we can possibly feel. So if you imagine how good you feel on the product, imagine what it's going to do for kids. Everything's going to be so much better.
Let's see your little kids. Oh my gosh, these kids.
Everything just lost stories. Can we go? Go. Hope you make your mind.
Oh my goodness! Adorable! And they're getting stuck in.
Just freeze them together because he doesn't like the taste of the red ones.
That's a trick. Someone asked me that. What if you don't like the veggie ones, and squeeze them together with a fruit? I'll never know. Now we have a great treat for you. We have a brand new Children's Health Study video that's just been launched. Let's watch it, everyone!
As a mum, from the first moment that baby's put into your arms, you have this unbelievable emotion of protection. Why not make it the happiest, healthiest life that they could possibly live by giving their body what it's going to need to fuel it through all of these milestones in their lives?
I believe that we have the responsibility to teach our kids how to eat right. The eating habits that you teach them now will stay with them forever. Planning, food shopping, and cooking is labor intensive. So it's really easy to give them what they want, which is pizza, french fries, and hot dogs. But I have to say, it's so important to not take the easy way out.
I want to be a role model for my kids. I want to teach them from a really young age the importance of eating right, because your kids are going to do what you do, so you need to lead by example. So we need to make sure that we're making everything so delicious, that it's yummy, and let's try it. And when you can get them growing it, so they start with the seed, they watch it grow, they nurture it just like you nurture them. They want to try it, they want to taste it because it's their baby.
Colorful fruits and vegetables have something called antioxidants in them, and that helps to protect our cells from damage. And then you have amazing dark leafy green vegetables like spinach and kale. They have an incredible amount of nutrition in them. I think it's really hard to get it right. And so with Juice Plus, you're able to bridge the gap and maybe fill in the blanks for the vegetables that you weren't able to get in that day.
I feel if you want to give your kids something really important and really vital, then give them the gift of Juice Plus.
And Juice Plus can be a catalyst too. What we notice with the families that started the Children's Health Study is that they started to look at other areas of their lifestyle too. And so what happened is they started to drink more water, they ate less sweets, and they ate less fast food. So I would recommend that you just go and try it, because food matters.